She started cautiously, and that's exactly why this run works so well. G'day team, I'm Coach Ray. Today's Parkrun progress report, we're looking at Tanya Winter's Parkrun number 44 in Waitangi Park in Wellington. So she finished in a time of 28:16, first time running this course. If we look at her overall results, she's now run 45 park runs. But if we look at her PB for this year, 28:16, 28:06. Her result was 28:16, so not far off that mark. She's regularly runs in Hamilton Lake. That's one of her more frequent courses Tanya runs at. Let's have a look at some of this data because this is a really strong run from Tanya and the one that actually shows very smart race management, especially given the event conditions. She gave herself a chance to finish strongly instead of paying for it later. And on a crowded course like Waitangi on Anzac Day, that's often the smartest thing you can do. Conservative start, progressively stronger run. Her splits, first K is 6:06, then 5:28, 5:33, 5:22, and finishing with a 5:12. That's a really nice progression. Once Tanya settled after the opening kilometres, the pace consistently improved. She kept finding speed later in the run. She never faded, and that is a big positive. The opening kilometre was probably tactical, not fitness related. Given there's 560 plus runners, known congestion on Waitangi Parkrun route, and cautious opening split, followed by immediate acceleration. It strongly suggests the first kilometre wasn't about lack of fitness, it was positioning, traffic management, and staying controlled early. And honestly, that's probably the correct decision. Trying to force pace early in congestion often leads to wasted energy, erratic pacing, weaving through runners, elevated effort too soon. Tanya avoided all of that. The strongest part of the run, she kept getting faster. This is the real standout. After that first kilometre, she ran 5:28, 5:33, 5:22, 5:12. That final kilometre of 5:12 is excellent relative to the opening pace. It tells us she had running left in the legs late into the event, and that's exactly what you want. Cadence, impressively stable. If we have a bit of a look at the 1K, now my notes, I might not have this lined up perfectly on the 1K, but my notes say 176 at 1K, 172 at 2K, 174 at 3K, 172, 176 at the end. That's really solid. This suggests efficient mechanics, good rhythm, minimal fatigue breakdown, and importantly, cadence rises again late in the event. That matches the stronger finish. Now, with no heart rate data, it's not a big drama. We can still infer a lot. Even without that heart rate, the pacing pattern, the cadence stability, and the late acceleration tells us plenty. This does not look like someone hanging on. This looks like a runner growing into the run. The PB comparison is important as well. This run, 28:16, and this year's PB, 28:06. Only 10 seconds difference. When you factor in the crowded start, the tactical opener, the congestion, as well as an unfamiliar course, how often's Tanya ran this? It might just be the once. Where do I go? There. Yeah, just the single run at Waitangi. It's arguably just as strong a run, potentially even stronger from an execution perspective. This was a confidence building performance. One thing I really like, there is no panic in this run. A lot of runners having a look at their first K split will go into a bit of a panic. They'll emotionally chase that lost time. They overcorrect and then blow up later. Tanya didn't do that. She trusted the process and built through the run. That's mature pacing. What this run really shows, this wasn't a missed PB. This was a smartly managed run in difficult conditions. Big difference. Where there is opportunity, because Tanya finished so strongly, the obvious question becomes, could she start quicker once clear of the congestion? And probably yes. Not dramatically quicker, but perhaps settling into goal pace slightly earlier or reducing the size of the first kilometre deficit. That alone may be worth another 10 to 20 seconds. The key takeaway is that that runners who finish strongest are usually the runners who stay patient early. Tanya did exactly that. This is best described as a well-managed, progressively paced parkrun with excellent late race strength and very smart decision-making in a congested event. Sometimes the smartest first kilometre is the one that lets you finish fastest. So that was Tanya's run. Patient early, controlled through the middle, and strongest at the finish. If you'd like me to break down your own parkrun or 5 kilometre like this, pacing, cadence, race execution, and exactly where your next gains can come from, you can apply for your own parkrun progress report at the link down in the description. Ka kite anō, and I'll see you in next week's parkrun progress report.